Hello, Keith here with Math, Fun and Games. We're continuing with PanzerBlitz, situation number 6. So it's Germans' turn, and Germans have the ways blocked right here. I don't think the Germans have any fire at this time, so I'm going to go right on to their movement phase. I'm going to move this 1, 2, pick up that, go 1, and I want to move it right up there. And then this one, I'm going to move right over. Yep. There. So let's move this one there. All right. And the reason I'm doing this is I want these units, I don't want there to be a place for the Russians to hide. So once they get on that final board, I want to have a chance to fire at them. Okay, so I want him right here. I want him right here. All right, so let's see what else I can do here. So no hiding places. So this goes 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this unit right here. We got a tank. And we got an armored gun. So 1, 2 and a half. 3 and a half. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. I can put that anti-armor gun. I can either put the anti-armor gun on the hill, or I can put that armor on the hill. Which I'm going to put the armor there because it's better range. And this I can unload in the city. Yep. Excellent. So these units, howitzers. 1, 2, 3. And I guess they can just pound on them. All right, let's go back here. So we have units like this one that are in retrograde now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 and a half. And then that's a good place for them to block, maybe half. Oh, but they're wide open. I just would like to block that. 6 and a half. 7, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So I'm going to place that armor right there and the mortar unit. Let's see. Okay, so, well, if I put that infantry, if I put that armor there, it's vulnerable to that. And I don't just want to throw away German units. Mm-hmm. So that's 7, 7 and a half, 8. So actually, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put those 2 units right there. How about this unit? Did I remove them? What is this here? Okay, so that's the mortar. So I had anti-tank on. I believe those were in the city that were moving. So I can put those right there, and I can unload the anti-tank gun right here. I mean the mortar. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to unload the mortar right here. And I think this was actually in the city. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And unload. Right there. This unit, I want to load it up. And get some of these moved. And last but not least, I have a unit right here that's moving forward. Ooh, it's a really powerful anti-tank weapon too. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Unload here. So that's gonna, okay, so that's gonna be it for the German turn. I think the Germans have given the Russians enough to think about. So now we're gonna go on to the Russian turn. I don't think the Russians have any obvious targets. I think the Germans have done a good job, pretty good job blocking everything. I gotta start getting units onto that third board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Uh-huh. Six. Now, if I put them in that gully over there, that unit on Hill 107 will have a line of sight to them. Not good. Just see how many units we can get on that other board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11. Those units are going to be able to take out that truck. I don't want them to be able to. Besides, the truck can't go that quickly over the road anyways. So I say 11, 10. I'm just going to back. Oh, shoot. I'm just going to move them to right here, because as long as I can rush the Russian units on to that last board during the last turn, I'm all set, because the Russians move last. So they're going to move here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this unit right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. that's not a good situation. Well, let's see. If I spread them out, one there, and one here, and that will allow me to, so that's pretty good. They're in pretty good defensive positions. What are these guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 right here. And the Germans should block that road right there. They didn't. Big mistake on the Germans' part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, the Germans did not do what they needed to do. They unblocked that road. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This one. Poof. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so I think that's it for the end of turn 8. Things are interesting. Things are very interesting. I think the fact that the Germans didn't block that road right there was a mistake. We'll see. So now we're going on to turn number 9. It's going to be the Germans' turn. Zoom in. I don't think the Germans have any. Well, I think they do have fire actually somewhere, even in a couple places. Oh, this is the only target. And you have an armored target, so this is going to be halved. Whew, still going to be really powerful attack. It's going to be 30, 50. It's going to be 50 to 9. 50 to 9 with a +1 modifier if I want to take it. Let's see what else I have. I think that's, well, see right here, these guys can spot for them. If I attack just the trucks, I can take out the trucks easily. Thing is, that will prevent those infantry units getting on board, but the thing is that leaves this vulnerable to close assault. So I'm going to pull it back. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is rifle. 4. I'm going to go over here and unload. Who else is moving? I have this at 5 to 1. But do I want to leave them there or do I want to move them out? It's a weak defensively. Oh, it's too late now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can move more over there. I can move one over here. I can move one of these over here, like so. I'd like to put someone in that hex right there. One, I'm just going to put that half track there just to hold the position. I think that's it for the German phase. Yep, that's it for the German phase. So now the Russian phase of this turn. First, the fire phase. Excuse me. So it's armor. It's doubled. So it's going to be 6-1, and that's going to turn these guys into wrecks. I have to get a separate wreck. Well, I'm going to clone it. Create a wreck. So I have to keep track of the Germans versus Russians here. Of course, that unit right there fired. How about him? All targets and cities are armored. So it's going to be a 4-1 attack because it becomes 24. Oh, wait, no, I look at the defense ratings. 24, 2-1 attack. So it's 2-1 plus 1 attack. But I have these guys right here. So it's 2-1. Oh boy. These are all at half range, so yeah. So those units are eliminated. I gotta make sure I leave a wreck there. Those fired. He fired and he fired. Alrighty. Now there's no one spotting. So let's see. I don't think the Germans have anybody else who can, the Russians have anybody else who can fire. I think the Russians are well staged to make a rush onto that last board. Get this guy coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.5 right there. Yep. And how about these guys? Because those units on the hill have very low defensive values. They just have trucks. Oh, no, 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 no. They have a Panzer there. They're going to load up. I'm going to load both of those up. All right, I think that's it for the Russian turn 9. Yep, that's it for the Russian turn 9. Now the final turn. So let me just turn off all these fired indicators. Clear all the moved. This is the Germans' last chance now. So as far as KIAs are concerned, how many German units have been eliminated? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 German units. And 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So the Germans have to kill at least 5 more Russian units to get a 2-to-1 odds. I don't think they're going to get that. So the Germans are looking at have as many units as the Russians on board 2 at end of game. Oh, okay, wrong one. There we go. Destroy as many units as are lost. Okay, so they do have a marginal. And they will remain at marginal. Thing is, the Germans have to stop the Russians from getting any more units onto this board. How many units do the Russians have right now here? 1, 2, 3, 4. They have 4. And the Germans can allow them to have 19 more units on that board. Assuming these half X's are on board 3. Just remove that fired marker. All right, so we're going to count all these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So the Russians have to get at least 10 more units to get tactical victory and win the game. Meanwhile, the Germans have to prevent that. And here they go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, I want to see if I can block. Because I'm just concerned about these units right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if they get, the Russians can get those units on that final board, they're going to get tactical victory and win. It looks like they're going to get it because down here, there's nothing to prevent the Russians from coming down here. I'm going to see if I can move a half track down there to prevent that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. At least that'll block the road. All right. Do I have any more German? Oh, I do have more German units back here. Excellent. All right, let's see if I can use some of these German units to block the roads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, well, at least I'm trying to block that side. How about this one right here? It's half track. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 3.5, 6.5, 7.5, 8, and a half. It doesn't block much, does it? 9 and a half. That won't actually do much. Oof. About this one right here. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Germans made the big mistake. They didn't block this area right here. They should have blocked that road. They should have had that road blocked off at the very end, but they didn't, because I don't see any way that the Germans are going to be able to prevent that flood from coming through from this area. So I think the Russians are going to get attacked. It was a good game, but I think the Russians are going to get a tactical victory, because all these units sitting in these woods at the last turn, they're just going to be able to drive onto this middle board, and they're going to have at least 20 on the middle board. Yep. I mean, I could put a block here, here, and here, but even if I block these three, the Russians can always go here, left, and up there. So there's no way I'm going to be able to block it off. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see what I can do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 right there. Do I have a half track here? Yes, I do. I can move them there. And that, I can move him right here. I'm just sensing some overruns, quite frankly. How about this guy? I have armor on a hill. Can that get anywhere? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's try that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 8. Or 8 there. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm just making a wall of vehicles right here. That's all the Germans are doing right here, is making a wall of vehicles to prevent the Russians from going on to that final board. And I think that's all the movement I have for the Germans. Yeah. So that's it for the Germans' turn. So we're going into the final turn. This is going to be the Russian turn. Now the Russians just need to get units onto that final board. All right, what do we got here? And I'm not sure if the half hexes count. I'm not sure if being on the half hexes count as being on that board. So 10 units on board 3. So far they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they have 10. Assuming that this row of assuming that the half hexes are on board 3. So I'm going to do this. I'm just going to do the movement phase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really doesn't matter, because as long as they're on this board. Move them down there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You'll be with him. We'll just go around. We'll be over here somewhere. Now these guys have it easy. 1.5, 2.5, 4.5, 6.5, 8.5, 10.5. They're going to go over here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they're going to go over there. And any more? How about these guys right here? 1, 2, 3, 4. And there ain't much they can. There isn't much those guys can do right there to get on the final board, because that area is blocked. And I believe that's it. These guys are just going to head 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and play catch up. All right, so the ratio of Germans to Russians, 6, 7, 8, 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 to 9. So the Russians have at least more than a 1-to-1. The Germans have more than a 1-to-1 odds as far as eliminated Russians. So that gives the Germans a marginal victory. The Russians have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 plus 12 is, no, 10 plus 10 is 20. So the Russians have 20 units on board 3, which gives the Russians a tactical victory. And since the Germans have a marginal victory and the Russians have a tactical victory, the Russians have won the game. The mistake that the Germans made was not blocking this right here off. If the Germans had blocked this off and spent more times blocking this off than setting up traps in that board number 3, the Germans would have might have prevented even the Russians from getting even a marginal victory, because the Germans played a very good game up to the very end, and at the very end the Germans failed to block off that woods area, right, that woods road right there. If they had the Germans had taken the resources, blocked off that woods road, then the Russians could have won. Well, that's it. This was a very, very interesting scenario. Thank you. And next time, tomorrow, we're going to be doing situation number 7, which is Kiev with PanzerBlitz. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye-bye.